Hello, world. It's great to see you here on YouTube. If indeed I am actually seeing you, or rather, if you're seeing me, because I don't really have any subscribers, so I can't be sure that anybody's even seeing this. I mean, I'm not even sure. But anyway, in the case you are, welcome. I'm glad you're taking a look. I'm trying this out because I'm planning a solo art exhibition here in Los Angeles, California, for sometime later this year, early November is the date, the general date. I'll tell you more about that in upcoming videos. But I'm planning to live stream the event, so you'll be able to see my work and see the people who come and enjoy some of the fun that's there, as well as maybe even see something you like. But I just wanted to get the hang of doing live videos or live YouTube feeds or whatever the proper vernacular is. I'll get all that stuff down. I'll get all the technical stuff down, and I'll even get might even get a shave, in upcoming videos so I can be more presentable. But I'm just trying to figure this out, and I appreciate you taking a look if you are. And so today I'm just going to say hello, world. Glad to be here. And I look forward to doing some more videos and some more live broadcasts and hopefully chatting with some of you, hearing your comments and feeding back. Hopefully, there's some other artists out there who are doing similar things, or maybe not even so similar things, but whatever you're doing, if you're passionate about it and it's something that you love, I'm sure I would be interested to know more about it. So, um, again, thanks for checking this video out. So I guess what I'll do is I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing here in my studio because it's live. It's like a live broadcast, so it's not like a video. I'm going to cut it off and then post it. So I guess I'll just do stuff, and then if somebody's looking, then you'll say hello, or I assume there'll be a chat or something up there. But as of yet, I don't think there's anybody watching because, well, I don't have any subscribers. By the way, if you'd like to subscribe, if you are watching and you like what you see or you're enjoying it, just hit the subscribe button down there and be my first subscriber or my second subscriber or third or fourth or 5,000th. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Anyway, so what I have to do today is I'm working on preparing a canvas that I have for another piece. And what that's going to involve today is lots of this stuff. Gesso. It's a pretty big canvas. And so I'm going to prepare it with gesso, and what I hope to do is do like a high build with the gesso and get a lot of surface texture before I actually start the painting. So that's going to involve me going to the bathroom here in a minute and getting a brush, which has been drying by the sink from my last night. I was working with it last night. So I'm going to come back out, I'm going to put some gesso on the brush, then I'm going to start working on priming this canvas, and then these super exciting, so just hang on, I'll be right back. Just like I promised, this is the brush. I wish I could show you the canvas that I'm working on, but it's actually down here, it's below frame, so right now, just in terms of getting this stuff figured out and getting the technical this and that. Oh, who is that? Is that Barack? Hello. Hey, thanks for watching or tuning in or whatever it is that's the proper thing to say. That was very exciting to see your name pop up down there, so I appreciate that. So what I'm going to do is just put some gesso on this thing, and then I'm going to start building up that canvas. And what I intend to do is to have some, a lot of surface texture on it, and then I'm going to start painting with oils on that canvas. Of course, it'll take a couple days, maybe even a few days to dry because it's going to be a very thick application of the gesso. And I'll probably do another video. Not probably, I will definitely do another video that shows, some progress with that. I already have one coat on there, so it's not really going to be that much today. If you don't have this stuff, this is great stuff. I mean, this is what is this? 2 gallons? No, that's a gallon. That's a gallon of Art District acrylic gesso. It's great stuff. I can go ahead and tell you, sometimes I'm driving down the street and you pass by an apartment building or house or something like that or even a garage sale or yard sale. And sometimes people have thrown canvases away, or they have paintings in their house that, for whatever reason they don't want anymore, and they put them out. And oftentimes the canvas is great. The canvas is very good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it except that there's a picture on it that perhaps you don't desire. So I will not hesitate to pick up a canvas like that. Most often it's for free because it's in somebody's trash heap, or worst case scenario it costs $1 or 50 cents or so at a yard sale. And then I come back, grab my trusty art district gesso and my trusty gesso brush, and then I just cover it right over. And after a couple of days of drying, I will most often sand it down until it has a very smooth finish. And at that point, you've got yourself, or I've got myself, a brand new canvas. And that's very exciting because for some reason, when I go to the store and I actually buy a brand new canvas, or maybe I buy some raw canvas and some stretcher bars and I stretch my own, I have this thing where I'm like really reluctant to actually paint on it. I have this, I don't know, some sort of a fixation that whatever it is that I do on it has to be perfect. And so I wind up thinking about it for too long. Months sometimes will go by and I'm thinking about what I should paint on this thing, or planning it, or gridding it out on Photoshop before I actually do anything on the canvas. So the canvas, which I overly cherish, just sits there. Well, one of the things that I like about getting an old canvas and then making it new again with this stuff is because it plays that psychological game in my mind where actually painting wins out. Because I think, well, it's a throwaway canvas, so I'm putting some gesso on it, I'll make it ready to paint on, and so it doesn't really matter what I paint on it. It doesn't matter if I mess up, or if it doesn't matter if I don't like what I paint ultimately on it. It's just a throwaway canvas. So I find that I can actually jump right in there and start painting. And of course that's the point. And that's when the real excitement and the real magic happens. You gotta just paint. And so it's a good way for me to actually get the brush moving on the canvas. Most of the paintings that I have that are complete are actually throwaways because of that very reason. I have brand new canvases still in the plastic in the other room that have been there for months that I haven't painted on because they're too perfect. So I'm planning out what to do on them on these throwaway canvases, which you would never know are throwaway canvases because they look so good because of my trusty art district gesso. So if you don't have this stuff, go get some of that stuff. It's worth the price. It's hot here in Southern California today. It's been scorching this whole summer. And as you can see, probably, I'm sweating. And that's because it's well over 90 degrees today. And I have the windows open so that I can let some of these fumes out and some of the smells out of, my solvents and things like that. And the bad part about that is it gets very hot in here. So right now I'm sweating and gessoing, and as you can see, I have a ceiling fan right there. But I was concerned that maybe it would be too noisy, and that maybe it would make, obviously too much noise for a live video. But I'm gonna have to turn that bad boy on here in a second because I am actually dripping sweat into my gesso, which is fine because gesso, or at least this gesso, is acrylic, so it's not gonna hurt too much. But here we go. Well, gotta turn the switch on. Oh. Woo-wee! Alright, there we go. So, you know what I got here? Another thing. My handy shop towels. Yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Now that's much better. How's Southern California other than hot ass? Southern California is great, man. I mean, it's hard to beat. So, of course it's hot this summer, but, other than that, usually there's the air conditioning is on, or I'm in a cool restaurant or a club or something like that, or doing something that's not so hot. So it's a beautiful place. There's beautiful people, and used to live in Ridgecrest. Okay, all right. I used to live in New York City before I moved here, and it took a little bit of adjusting to get used to California. I was kind of used to the hustle and bustle and the noise and the fast pace. But over time, I got to love California. LA is great. Just was at the beach last weekend. Perfect weather, perfect water, beautiful people. It's hard to beat. So, you used to live in Ridgecrest. Where are you now? Did you move out of California? Okay. So I'm almost done with this coat of gesso. Wish I could show you, but I'm not going to risk moving the camera and all that right now for very little payoff. Imagine a canvas on a watercolor easel, laid out horizontally. Art District gesso. Let's see what's going on here. Nice. I'm from Australia and I'm bored on my day off. First time checking out live stuff. Okay. That's Spunk. What's up, Spunk? That's cool, man. My nephew just got back from Australia. He was there last week working with some conservationist groups to restore and heal the Great Barrier Reef. So I got some cool videos from him and some pictures, and he spoke very highly of the people in Australia. So cheers from California. It's great to see you. Great to meet you. Okay, your first live broadcast, mine too. It's really cool to be able to think that you're on the other side of the world, I'm on this side, and we can say hello. I think that's awesome. Let's see here. Biggest reef in the world, baby. Yes, sir. That's what I understand. I'm from Louisiana originally, so I've been, all over. You might be able to hear a little bit of that accent in there. It's 8 a.m. Spunk. It's 8 a.m. What are you doing up at 8 a.m., man? I don't get up until 10 o'clock if I can help it. But some people are morning people, and that's a beautiful thing. So I'm from Louisiana. Kind of similar to LA. I actually call it the other LA. LA, Los Angeles is L period, A period. Louisiana is LA period. So I call it the other LA. Anyway, it's kind of similar. Flat land. It's hot, humid, lots of rain at this time of year. It's 8 a.m. Oh, Ukraine. Wow, that's cool. I hope I get your name right, Bogdan, but cheers from sunny California. It's cool to think that you're over there in the Ukraine. That's awesome. So welcome, and thanks for watching. What time is it there? Is it during the day or? Oh, cool. You lived in Marietta, Georgia for 4 years. Well, that's cool, man. My brother and my nephew actually live in Georgia, in Marietta. So, wow, it is a small world, isn't it? I've spent a lot of time there and, go back and forth. Used to go back and forth between Louisiana and Georgia and New York. So I was kind of, on the East Coast mostly, but now I'm kind of on the West Coast now. It's 1:24 a.m. in Ukraine. Wow. Okay. So you're pulling a late nighter. That's cool, man. I say man, I'm not sure if you're a male or a female, so don't take it personally if you're not. I just kind of a habit that I get into. Dedicated. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I hear you. So, man, it's good to be here. It's good to be in California. It's nice, folks. Lots of great fun things to do, and the landscape is always beautiful to look at, although I haven't explored Northern California as much as I'd like. Done the whole southern end, right on down to Baja and Mexico and all that. So I have my work cut out for me heading north here, probably next year or maybe later this year. Okay, that's cool, Bogdan. That's very cool. Thank you, sir. Have you ever been to the United States? So think about that, I guess, or let me know whether or not you've been to the States. I've never been to Ukraine, but I have some people, some friends, I guess you could say, on Instagram that I communicate with who are in Ukraine, which is very cool. Really talented artists that I've met, which I have to say, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook I don't do as much, but I'm trying to get, with the program and get my Facebook activities up to par. But I've met some really awesome people, and Okay, so you'll have to get here someday if that's something you'd like to do. I'd like to get over there because the talent is ridiculous. I mean, I'm meeting people on Instagram from Ukraine that are, really awesome artists. So I think it's a really must be a really fertile place, artistically. And so I see some of the pictures that people post and some of those things, and it does look beautiful. I love Australia, but America's the best country in the world. You can choose your path. Okay, I agree with you. I like to think everybody's beautiful, man. So, America's the best at some things, but then other places are the best at other things. So, I like to think that the Earth is the best planet in the universe. So, and we're all a part of that. So, we all can claim being the best. Some places are better than others at times, and some places are not as good as others at other times. So, cheers to humanity, man. That's what I say. So, wow, I gotta tell you guys, I really appreciate the communication because I really just thought I was gonna turn this on and there's nobody there because I don't really have any subscribers, as you can see. But really warms my heart to know that we were able to communicate. Let's see here. Watched a documentary on Syria, and there are some beautiful people there in a tough spot, dude. Tough spot is an understatement. It breaks my heart, to see what's going on over there. It's outrageous, and it just makes me think about like what are people doing? Like, what are we doing to each other in the world? Like, there's things going on here, there's things going on in Syria, there's things going on in Israel, there's things going on, I mean, all over the place where people are just being outrageous. Why don't I have any subscribers? I think it's content. I think the answer to that is really content. If you don't really have a lot of videos, people don't really subscribe. So if you're not doing this on a regular basis, they really don't have any motivation to do that, which is why I'm here. I'm trying to, get out of my habit of thinking about it and actually doing it. So hopefully, maybe some of you will subscribe today, and I'll have, a couple more subscribers. But I'm definitely going to be doing videos more often. I'm going to try to make it a regular basis every day, and I'll build some subscribers. One of the things that I think is that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step, and so this is my step number one today. And I'm glad that you guys have been a part of it. So, yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to talking to you again sometime. Let's see here. What is life without love from other people? I'll tell you what it is, man. It's nothing. Life without love is nothing. It's death. That's what it is. And so we have to love each other. It's all we've really got. Everything else passes away. Everything else will rust or corrupt or corrode. Ha. Hey, cool. Thanks, Bogdan. I appreciate that. That's very cool. And still the only. Yeah, well, you and me, man. You and me against the world. So that's pretty cool. Well, I'll get more. And I'm going to check you out. Maybe you have a channel. I'm not sure. But when I finish this broadcast, I'm going to check you out. And I subscribed before. Did you? Oh, Spunk subscribe. It's a battle. It's a tug of war. Well, listen, Spunk and Bogdan, I think you're both awesome because no beef, only love here, man. Only love, and I appreciate the love that you guys have shown me by subscribing, and I hope you can feel the love that I'm sending back to you guys over this YouTube thing. And wow, you've really made my day, so I appreciate that. Spreading love only. That's right, my friend. Spreading love only. I like that. That's like a slogan. We should get like T-shirts or something and make some silk screens and pass them out. Spreading love only. That's a good way to be. Well, I think both of you guys are awesome. And if you get a chance, follow me on Instagram at Sharp Art Studio. And where was I born? I was born in Louisiana, a small town in northeast Louisiana. And you probably haven't heard of it, but that's where I was born and grew up there. Lots of wildlife and open country, and so I just grew up kind of like in nature and lots of different kinds of people, and just pretty normal. It's kind of, I think, why I like LA. It's why I was attracted to New York in the first place when I was younger, just because it was so different. And then LA, you know, kind of the same. You were born in Ukraine in a little town? That's cool. What do you do? Are you an artist or do you do something, I guess, less artistic? Um, I'd be interested to know. But what are the towns? I was born in Ukraine in a little town. Spunk says, what are the towns? That's cool. Ukraine. I actually would love to go there because I read a good bit about it, and the people seem lovely to me there. What town, Louisiana? West Monroe. I don't know if you've ever heard of West Monroe. Bogdan says Kremenchuk. Okay. Kremenchuk, Ukraine. That's cool. Monroe, Louisiana. West Monroe, Louisiana to be specific. So it's kind of a long way from Los Angeles. Let's see. Where are you, Spunk? Or where were you? Where'd you grow up? Okay. Well, I think that's about it for this next layer of gesso on this canvas. So I'm going to, let's see. Nice, I had the opportunity to go to every state in America. My dad was in the Australian Air Force. We managed to go everywhere. Wow, that's quite incredible. I don't think I've been to every state in America. I've been to most of them, but not every one of them. So you're quite fortunate to have been able to do that. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite? Which one was your favorite? Moonee Ponds, Victoria, Australia. Cool. Alaska was amazing. Yes, I've been to Alaska and it's blows me away. Beautiful. What part were you in? Alaska's big. It's huge. Not you, Alexa. I said Alaska and my Amazon Alexa thought I was talking to her. The age of AI. It's here. I'd love to get to Australia. I had a couple of good friends who lived there, and they had come to the United States. Okay, cool, Saskatchewan. Sure. That's a bit more like Canada, but pretty much the same. Butchered the spelling. Well, that's a pretty hard one, Saskatchewan, so don't be too hard on yourself. That's cool. I actually love airplanes. I think that's very interesting. Your dad was in the Air Force. I learned to fly planes back in the mid 90s, just light aircraft, single engine aircraft. So I enjoyed doing that from time to time. Had thought about making it a career, but a lot of Ukrainians leave Ukraine to go to the U.S. because the situation in Ukraine is not really good. Bogdan, I'd like to know more about how that affects, the average person because, of course we see certain things on the news over here and I have what I suspect is a general understanding of what's going on, but I also understand that there's no way to really know if you're not over there. So my heart goes out to you, man, if you're experiencing any of that, suffering or hardship as a result of what's been going on. But I know the people are good, and eventually I believe the good wins. It's hard to see Ukraine get marginalized by Russia. It's hard to see a lot of countries get marginalized by Russia, United States included. So there's this, I can sympathize with you, and I'm sure it is very difficult, and I really am sorry that's happening. Um, I don't want to mention it too early. You seem like you are a pro-Ukrainian dude. Well, you know what, Spunk? I'm pro-people dude. Your country will live forever. We have a war at the east, so many people die there. That's terrible, Bogdan. Um, I don't know that anything will last forever, Spunk. You know, I'm not a person that believes in that. I think that all things come to an end at some point. Um, and that is horrible. So, pro-Ukrainian, I'm pro-good people, man. You know, if people are good, um, I'm I'm for that. I'm for love, and I'm for being a good person and treating people right. You know, we all have to do what we have to do at times, and there's bad people out there. There's bad things in the world. I mean, that's a part of life, and that's a part of existence. That there's going to be bad things, but by the same token, there's going to be good things, and there's going to be good people. And no matter what the situation is, there's something good to be found if it's nothing but our next breath. Because if I'm getting a next breath, it means I'm still alive. And as long as I'm still alive, there's hope. It may not be a lot of it, it may be a shred, but doggone, that's a far cry different than there being no hope at all. And I'll take that any day. So, um, much love and support to my Ukrainian friends who are doing the best they can. Um, Nothing against the Russians or the Russian people. I love the Russian people. I love the Russian history and the arts and the sciences and aviation. I know there are good people there, just like there are good people everywhere. There are good people here in the United States, and there are bad people here in the United States. There's great things going on here, and then there's bad things going on here. There's war in certain communities in certain states in our country. There's all kinds of things going on everywhere, man. We just have to love, and we have to try to reach out and support people within arm's reach. I can't do anything across the oceans right now except to reach out to you and say I love you, man. I don't even know you, but regardless, you're a human being because we're talking, and my love is here for you. I love you, and I hope the best for you, and I hope the best for your country, and I hope the best for your people. And I appreciate you watching, and I hope you know that I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. So, there you have it. Anyway, this stuff right here, I hope you can get your hands on some of this over there if you're an artist, because it's a saving grace. Humanity forever. You're welcome, Bogdan. You're welcome. So, what am I doing? If you mean me, I am actually getting ready to have a show, man. I've been painting for years. I've been drawing for years. You can see some of my stuff on the walls here. There's a couple pieces behind me on my wall easel and all around. And thank you. So for the first time in my life, I'm going to get them out of my studio and get them into a gallery. And I'm going to invite people to come and look at it and talk about it and criticize it or like it or hate it. Have some wine, some cheese, listen to some music, and just spread the love, man. So it's a very, I don't know, I'm very nervous about it, It's a very vulnerable thing to do, but I think it's time, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm preparing another canvas to do another piece, and I'm just working 24/7 until early November. It'll be November 2nd and 3rd here in Hollywood, California, and from 7 to 10 p.m. on November 2nd. On November 3rd, and then from 2 o'clock to 5 p.m. on November 4th. So that's the plan. I'm going to have some cool pieces, and I'm just going to share it. So if you happen to be in the States, let me know and drop by. But if not, I'm going to live stream it, which is why I'm doing this live test here on YouTube today. So you'll be able to check it out on YouTube and or Facebook. So I'm going to live stream it there. So cool. I hope you guys will either be there in person or virtually via YouTube or Facebook. That's the plan. So I'm going to get off now, and I got to take this canvas off the easel. I got to go wash this brush out before this stuff dries and ruins this brush. But I'll be back. So I'll be back tomorrow, probably about the same time. What is it? It's like, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock or something like that. So I'll be back on YouTube Live tomorrow about 4 o'clock, somewhere around in there. So I hope to see you guys again. My only 2 subscribers who I'm very appreciative of, and yeah, spread the love, man. I like that. So have a great day wherever you are, Spunk. Have a good night, Bogdan. Thank you, Spunk. I wish you a great life too, my friend. And I appreciate the subscribe. And I will, Bogdan. You too. Have a great day too. Stay safe out there. And hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you later. You too. I wish you the best. Definitely.